Hello YouTube, Jonathan800 here. So today I decided to play Japan after like couple years. I believe the last time I played it was when I was given like tips how to play Japan. So I'm quite rusty at playing Japan. How many times can I say that in one sentence? I don't know. But I quickly find out when I start playing that yeah, you cannot attack when you have Marco Polo Bridge Spirit. With the Marco Polo Bridge Spirit, whatever it is, the incident thing. Well, what I could have done initially was just attack Beijing to get the supply hub, because when you play China, you keep Beijing. You have to keep that, otherwise your entire northern front pretty much collapses, because you need the supply hub. I eventually figured that out, and I just ram my head into Beijing until it finally becomes Japanese. Oh, that sounds cursing. But when I also play Japan, I pretty much do a crap ton of industry stuff. And I went to war very late. You can look at the date and then you're like, holy smokes, how long have you been stuck in Japan? No, I just started late. Probably not the greatest idea, but I didn't check if China ever dealt with its, army corruption spirit, so it doesn't matter. And my Marines, to have more Marines, I used, I believe, 9-2. Not the greatest division, but it just works. And the invasion of Qingdao, it's going alright. It was a bit iffy, needed a force attack. And then because of the multiple front lines, the wackiest stuff is gonna happen unless I cut it from the footage. Oh, there it is. My troops just leave Qingdao and it gets taken. Kind of a hard attack, but all is good. I managed to capture it. A few Chinese peasants can't stop the Japanese Marines. Say that when they get to Nanjing. But no, we here don't do war crimes. Hopefully. And basically, the China War, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a washed up gamer. It's extremely bad. But eventually, I make a massive encirclement. This one here. It was kind of a pain to get. Like, you did see the month of me trying to take that area. But once I got it, oh, it was so much easier to do. Just, what was that? 30 plus divisions in that one tile, and it was like 250,000 Chinese that were completely destroyed in that city. Oh my gosh, that is. Remember when I said no war crimes? I don't think I can hold that promise true anymore. Yeah, just 250,000 for the last battle alone. Oh no. So, sadly, because of my focus, or I would get to 0 kind of late. It is a good idea to try to rush to 0, and because you get a 1940 plane at whatever date you want. So if it's all 70-day focuses, you should be able to get it by 37 if you really rush it down and ignore everything else about your country. But up here is the end of the China War. I had one collab government, forgot to make others. But that's all you need. And China would be a great puppet state. I could have given some land to Manchukuo, but I chose not to through forgetting. And I decided to take on the USA, but kind of ignore the rest of the allies. Basically just to see if I can how much damage I can do to the Americans. And I do a whole lot of island hopping. I take more islands than are actually seen in the video. I think all that was left, I took the Free France island, where their capital was. I took Tarawa and a bunch of other British ones. But I believe there was not a single island, maybe aside for like 2, that wasn't under my control. I didn't get Attu either, but that doesn't count. And this is the stupidest thing. Brazil joins Comintern. The Soviet Union and us were like, whoa, whoa. We had a non-aggression pact, but it doesn't matter now. So I just do a quick taking of Vladivostok, push up north to that port, and then just take on the Rubber Islands. You may see my convoys that are perpetually at 0 because I forgot to invest in anti-sub warfare. Forgot the Americans do that. Well, either way, I take out the East Indies and then I go for Australia. Also not seen as me eventually gonna take out New Zealand. Commonwealth forces molding. So the IGN was holding its own. What do you mean was? It is holding its own. Despite being outnumbered by the British, because we never managed to get a decisive defeat on either the UK or the Americans, by me just taking all their ports, they cannot get naval superiority in any region. Like, the Americans still had 200 ships. Don't know where they're at, though. British, like 200 also, didn't contest me anywhere. I could not find them to save my life. And with India, there's no Commonwealth presence in the entire region. With this, with India, I went through Iran, which was a Soviet puppet, and then I just got military access for the Germans to deal with the Soviets. That was a painful experience, but with that, that is the end of the campaign because I cannot be bothered to island hop all the way to the UK or the US. So yeah, either way, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, you know the deal. And this is Jonathan 800 signing out.